Fingers crossed. Is that what we have to do when buying Samsung TVs? I don't know, man. But I've never been through this mess. I've never returned any products in my entire life, okay? And this Wednesday, I'm getting the replacement for this Samsung S90D. And that would be the fourth. Okay, so two Samsung S95Cs, an S90C, which was perfect, no problems. That was a good one. And this S90D. Now, this TV is not broken. Okay, it only has a scratch here. Doesn't affect the picture quality. I would not return it because of that. Screen uniformity is terrible. One might hope that it might improve with more usage and all the compensation cycles and all of that. But the thing is, it is not what I thought I was buying. Okay? So that's just crazy, man. You get an S90D, you don't know if it's gonna be WRGB, QD-OLED 1500 nits, 2000 nits, second generation, third generation. That's unacceptable, man. They might send you an LCD, like, this is just terrible, okay? And I totally understand why a lot of people say, I will never buy a Samsung TV again, okay? This is awful. But here's the thing. I still recommend you to get a Samsung QD-OLED because the reality is the picture quality. So if you manage to get one and it's in good shape and it's exactly what you thought you were buying, like, try to get a QD-OLED, you get a WRGB, I mean, it's just, that would be just crazy. But I recommend you to get it, man, because the picture quality is just off the chart. It's absolutely incredible. I've never seen anything like this. I thought I was not going to like QD-OLED at all, okay, because they look terrible under lighting conditions, on the store especially. They look terrible. I thought I was gonna hate it, but when I saw these TVs on a dark room, it's not close, okay? Forget about anything else. It is not close. And it doesn't matter that if it's brighter, it's just the quality of the color reproduction. The screen uniformity, which I'm complaining about this one, but that is near black. As soon as you get bright colors, it's flawless, okay? So why some people say, get a Sony TV, you're going to, perfect, no problem. Sony TVs make no sense. Their prices are just ridiculous, okay? It's just, you have to be crazy to buy a Sony TV, honestly. Or you don't care about money. There are some people that have all the money. It doesn't matter. I like the Sony interface. I'm used to Sony. It doesn't matter to me. But how can you charge, for example, the Bravia 9? It's like $2,600 for a 65-inch. It's a mini LED TV. Almost double the price, or actually double the price of this S90D, and it is not better. Okay, you cannot compete with an OLED. A95L, it has a QD-OLED. But you cannot turn off the dimming like you can with this Samsung QD-OLEDs. It doesn't have Game Motion Plus, which I like a lot. Well, this Samsung for gaming is very, very nice. And you cannot get more brightness on the service menu, which is something that I love with these Samsung TVs. So still, even after all this terrible experience with Samsung TVs and all the exchanges and swapping it for a different model and just crossing the fingers and all of that, I don't think there's anything better that you can get today. It's just absolutely incredible. QD-OLED is where it's at, okay? And you know, I'm a big fan of my LG C1 because it has better motion than these TVs. Absolutely, no question about that. If I can get 120 frames, my LG C1, I move the camera and it just looks, it's on a different level, okay? But with time, we will get these QD OLEDs with higher and higher refresh rate. Hopefully TVs get that improvement too, not only the monitors. And you know, with more powerful GPUs and frame generation and all of that, we might be able to push those high frames, and it's just gonna be better. Okay, it's just gonna be, it's the way to go, basically. Unless they come out with something different. We also have this inkjet printed, or maybe we will get nano LED or something like that in the future that might be even better. But for now, yes, Samsung is terrible, but I think it's the best. I think it's the best because I've seen it and I'm blown away with it. I'm absolutely blown away with it. So I'm really hoping that I can finally get what I want, which is basically those 2000 nits. And now at 65 inches, because I saw it on the S95C and I was like, I don't need anything better than this. When it comes to brightness and colors, I'm like, this is it. And I thought, I'm not buying another TV ever, unless it has a much higher refresh rate, it has 3D, is 8K, something like that. Like big improvement. But if we're talking about 120 hertz or 144 hertz, a little bit more brightness, I don't care. That's as bright as I need it. Of course, the brighter the better, but you get the idea. So I also show you that there's actually not a big difference when I compare my S95C modded max out on the service menu with the S90C. I show you it's not actually a big difference all the time, but yeah, the difference is there, and I can definitely appreciate that. And that higher screen brightness, full screen brightness especially, that's what I want, okay? It's a big difference in full screen brightness. It's like from 200 nits to 300 nits. That's a big difference, okay? So forget about the 2000 nits. Maybe that's not what makes the biggest difference. It is that the ability to have a higher APL that is so awesome. So yeah, I like the previous S95C I got, but it had a dead pixel, man. Unfortunately, if it didn't have that dead pixel, I would be so happy with that one. Even when I didn't like the One Connect box. That's another thing. Nobody told me that with the One Connect box, you cannot, use your GPU like normally, let's say. For example, you cannot do this with two Samsung S95Ds. You cannot. Because the One Connect box doesn't let you do these things. You cannot use DLSR, NVIDIA image scaling. It's a mess. It's just such a bad idea. I don't understand why Samsung did that. It's just terrible. Also, it is unacceptable from Samsung to have such a terrible sound quality for the S95C. And people have told me the S95D is the same, the audio, because the design on the back is similar. So that plastic back is rattling all the time. That's unacceptable. I understand if you get one of these TVs, most likely you're not going to be using the sound of the TV. I understand. I have my receiver, I have some speakers, and I'm looking for some high-end equipment. But still, you should at least have a sound that works, or don't even include sound at all. I am okay with it. If they say, no, this TV is so high-end, we're cutting the price of the sound because no one is gonna use that anyway, and it would lower the price of the TV like $100 or something like that. I'm like, okay, yeah, just no sound, I'm okay with it. But you know what you're buying, okay? But if you buy something that's broken, it's not working as you think it should be. I mean, I've never seen worst sound quality on any TV ever because of the rattling, okay? The sound quality is not that bad. The thing is, it's rattling. And it's lower volume than this 90, which is the lower tier. And it has no problem with the sound. It sounds louder too, which is crazy. But yeah, hopefully I can get something good this Wednesday. You know, let me know what's your experience with Samsung. But honestly, I don't really care about brands. I just want to get the best, whatever is available, the best that I can afford, of course. Whatever is the best that I can buy, that's what I'm going to get. I don't care about brands. I have no loyalty to any brands. These brands don't care about us either. So definitely my experience matters. I know Samsung is kind of a mess, and I will think about twice before, you know, if LG has a QD-OLED, I am more likely to get an LG QD-OLED, but I'm also going to think they don't have Game Motion Plus, and I actually like that, so I think it's worth dealing with. And I was also thinking, when I did this video showing you this setup, which is like, it's something cool to try. Of course, we have this line here in the middle, which you can fine tune with the GPU, by the way. On the NVIDIA control panel, there is a setting to match. So if you have a diagonal, it looks perfectly diagonal. So it's not like this, depending on your sitting position. So that's very cool. And I actually did that. And this line here is almost imperceptible. Of course, I can see it, but it's not that bothersome anymore. And I think some people who commented on the previous video where I show you this setup, they are right. I just need another 65-inch TV. And of course, it's not gonna be this year, but I will definitely get another TV. It's gonna have to be either a lot brighter or half 240 hertz or more. It has to have something very cool, like, you know, 3D or something like that. So if that TV is a QD-OLED, I would have 3 TVs, 365 inches. And I would have one TV in the center and the other 2 TVs on the side. And the cool thing about that is that this vessel is not going to be in the center. It's gonna be here in my peripheral view. So it's not gonna be as bothersome, not even close, okay? And there is also something else that people talk to me about. It's like a way to hide this with it's a small screen, like a small section of a screen that you can just strip here, and it's not gonna look perfect. It's not gonna be QD-OLED, definitely not going to be 2000 nits or anything like that. But if you have that in your peripheral view, and now you don't even have a vessel anymore, I mean, that's going to be almost unnoticeable. And wow, this is amazing. Let me tell you, after playing some games like this, I've been opening all the games that I have. And after playing some games like this, I went back and played with one of the TVs only. Wow, and it looks small now. And that's just crazy because, I mean, 2 months ago, I was playing with my LG C1, 48 inches, and that was big enough. That's actually very big, in my opinion, for PC gaming. And now, 65-inch feels small after trying this. It's just crazy. It's just to show you that it doesn't matter how big your TV is, you're going to get used to it. And now that's a problem because now you cannot go back. That's a big problem. So whatever you have, man, enjoy it. And yeah, don't don't get into the heavyweight division, 85 inches or something like that, because now you have to spend a lot of money. Now to get a new TV, we're talking about 83, 85 inches, and that's a lot of money. I think 65 inches or even 55 is where the value is. Once you start jumping to 77, now we're talking about big money, sometimes double. Well, if you have the money, go for it. It's better, no question about that. But for me, I think if I get another TV in the future, it's gonna be another 65, so I can have the triple setup. But yeah, I don't think, maybe 77 if I grow more, I can get the 77, but it has to be like, you know, I don't know, man. I'm very happy with this, but I'm just saying, it doesn't matter how big your TV is, you get used to it, and then you cannot go back. It just that's crazy, man. This is so big, and it gives you such a, I mean, when you're driving, for example, I was trying Cyberpunk. It's very demanding, but I never use the first person camera when driving on the games, because I feel like I cannot see well, you know, as well as when I have the car on the outside. But like with this, I was literally looking to the sides, because you know you have everything. It's just a different experience, man. And with 365 inches, so yeah, I'm excited about that. So I definitely want to get this replacement. I want it to be what I want, which is the 2000 nits panel, and I will enjoy that. I will get one of these upstairs, but in the future, once I get that another 65 inches, then I'm gonna keep all of them, and then I'm gonna have to, I don't know, buy something else, maybe a 77 and a 65. That might be the way to go. I'm talking about 3 years from now, something like that. 3-4 years from now, I might have another 65 and a 77, maybe. And so I have either the triple monitor setup or one big screen. So yeah, how many TVs does a man need? You let me know. Okay. So yeah, let's see how it goes. I'm gonna tell you all about it. And yeah, I'm still happy. It doesn't matter what happened, really. I'm going to be ahead no matter what, because I got these TVs for a very good price. And now I'm also selling the One Connect boxes that I have. I have 2 One Connect boxes for the S95C, 55 inches. So if I can get money on that, it'll be awesome. And yeah, if you want to buy it, I can deliver it to you. If you live in the US, you can support the channel if you need a One Connect box for your S95C. I mean, there's a lot of people with One Connect box issues, and Samsung doesn't even sell that. You have to buy it on eBay, used, and you don't know if they are selling it because it's actually faulty. Okay, so with the One Connect boxes I am selling, one is brand new. I don't know about that one, but the other one, I tested that myself. No drops. I tested that for 1 month, not a single drop. So I think that's actually what I would get for it. So yeah, let me know your thoughts and opinions, and if you have any questions.